Welcome, everybody. I know you missed us a week's a long time, but we're back with more of the BSL. And there's not too much more of the BSL because these are the semifinals that we're going to be bringing you today. Four of the best players ever to touch this game. I was looking up the top foreigners for earnings for StarCraft Brood War. And I think it goes Elky, and then 334, some Chinese player, and then Mondragon, who is sort of the bastion of hope for Europeans. I think that guy won almost 60K playing StarCraft Brood War, which I think, as you can attest to, Nyokin, is a little bit of an anomaly.
Yeah, you don't make money playing Brood War. I like how the number one is Elky, who hasn't played the game in, 15 years?
Yeah.
But there's not really a surprise that Mondragon's up there because this guy, when did he not win WCG Germany? He won every single season. I think. Every time, it's you might as well just give him the trophy before the tournament starts. He's just a monster. But we've got 4 big monsters now, and our first matchup is going to be Dewalt versus trutaCz, and this is going to be crazy because last season trutaCz eliminated Dewalt, but Dewalt's been in Korea. I was looking at the ladder. He's the highest rated foreigner on the ladder right now, 2480. That's crazy high.
I saw him when he was laddering, and he's like, I am streaming every day. And I'm like, really, every day? But he streams 5-6 hours a day, every single day. He just won the Impossible Challenge, which is a $1,000 bounty for winning 11 games in a row, put up by Russ Brain, which is also one of the heroes of StarCraft. And this guy won 11 games in a row on the StarCraft Remastered ladder in South Korea. You cannot, every pro gamer outside Korea is trying this, right? Every one of the top players, because $1,000 for 11 games is insane. Unfortunately, it's super hard. So Dewalt did it. I think it's maybe still in verification process, but the idea is he broadcasted himself winning 11 games in a row, which is super impressive. And then trutaCz is just BSL champion over and over again. But it's been a while. He won the first 2 when they were all Polish, and now he's coming back for round
BSL.
3.
Yeah, but he looked really good last week versus Gorinich, just demolishing Gorinich. Was not Gorinich's day. But Dewalt also looked strong. Who was he versus last week?
So Dewalt last week was versus a Terror. Yeah, so he 3-1 Terror, who is just one of the most fantastic Terran players. But then last week was a little bit of a sad week for Terran players, Nyokin.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. That was a devastating week. It's funny, we had 3 Terrans, 3 Protoss, and 2 Zergs. The Terran had almost the highest representation, and none of them get out. We need 4 rapid. We need 4. I'm looking for Terran players on NA. They don't exist, but we need them.
I was gonna say I watched Artosis stream, and every once in a while he'll hit an NA Terran player, and they just fall over, and then he talks about how bad they are, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe they need to practice a little bit more. So yeah, I feel you on that one, Nyokin. When it comes to Terran players, we had a lot of the best ones, and unfortunately they are no more. And so now we only have Protoss and Zergs, which means we could have either a PvZ final, a PvP final, or a ZvZ final. And I think the non-mirror matchup version of that is maybe the better one, but all 4 of these players are amazing because, of course, the second semifinal is Bonyth versus DragOn. So we are truly spoiled to have so many amazing games. We're going to be starting things out, like you said, with Dewalt versus trutaCz. If I'm not mistaken, the first map of that is going to be Blockchain.
Yeah, so we saw the maps a little bit earlier, and the first thing that came to mind was Blockchain first map. And we don't see this map, so you know 100% whoever picked this, they've got to have a special build.
That's right.
And I'm going back to earlier in the season, we had Dewalt versus, I'm pretty sure it was Napoleon. That was a crazy game. It was almost a mined out map, 30 minutes long. Napoleon, he ended up winning. So if Dewalt picked this map, I'd be pretty surprised because trutaCz is a little better than Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon was actually he was okay, but it's trutaCz, right? So you always expect him to go a little bit later, and you that really does stand out in my mind because we almost had we were starting to figure out, okay, so who wins in the end? Just extrapolating forward because the game was like had gone on for so long. So I truly hope we do get another one of those series. If this entire best of 5 is like
Poland
5 minutes long,
strong.
okay, that's the way our lives are going. But I truly expect the best out of both of these players, because either one of them is absolutely capable of winning the entire season. And you'd say that even if this was the round of 24.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. I've been looking forward to this all week, so I'm ready to go if we're ready to go.
I'm ready to go. If everybody else is ready to go, if you in chat are ready to go, then you're in the right place. If you're not, then maybe go get a Capri Sun and a bag of Cheetos, and then come back, and then only then will you truly be ready. So here we go. It's game number 1 of our BSL Season 6 semifinals between Dewalt and trutaCz. And here we are, spawning on the bottom, on the bottom right-hand corner in the upper, or wait, what did I just say? The bottom right-hand corner in the green, this is our Polish Zerg player, trutaCz.
And in the bottom left, we've got arguably the strongest Protoss in the foreign scene. It is Dewalt. I think last time we had this map, we had cross spawns, but now we've got horizontal spawns, blockchain, a really weird map. This could definitely sway the build orders. Unlucky for trutaCz here, he's not going to scout first. But I'm curious. Yeah. I wish we knew who picked this map.
That's true, and maybe Zero can tell us, maybe he can't, but I think the biggest thing for me is to talk about why it's a little bit weird. Not only is it just like an Ursadon captivity preserve or something, they're just everywhere on this map, but we don't let them run free like we used to. But of course, the bigger things that make it weird are the ways that you get between the bases. So there are some bases that are kind of landlocked, but you can get to them by glitching your worker through some gas geysers and lurker eggs and mineral patches. It's just, we got a little bit of everything, but it plays a little bit like Outsider, I would say, because it's kind of hard if you're a ground unit to make it around the map really easily.
Yeah, it is Outsider-esque, and already look at this drone going out.
Oh,
he doesn't
boy.
know where Dewalt is. This could come back to bite him in the butt already. I'm not sure about this base. When Dewalt sees the main, he's going to know that likely there's a hatchery here. And what will Dewalt's response be? But he's already gone for a fast, low ground gate. He's going to be looking to put on the pressure quite quickly. And I'm trying to think back. Has Dewalt really been going for forward gate? I think he has been lately. So I'm curious if this is just his standard play or what's the reasoning behind this.
Yeah, Dewalt used to be a cannon boy.
We got 3 hatch.
Oh my god, what? 3 hatch before pool from trutaCz. Now, let's talk a little bit about this. So the early options for aggression for Protoss are maybe cannon rushes, but generally it's going to be a forward gateway, exactly like what Dewalt's doing. Unfortunately, there's basically no way for that Zealot to get to this 3rd hatchery, or 2nd hatchery, I guess. There's just so many of them now. So that means that the Zealot aggression is going to hit right into this natural, and because that hatchery is so late, maybe that means he can cancel it if he needs to, and then that might send incorrect information to Dewalt saying, oh my goodness, I just canceled this guy's only other hatchery.
Well, Dewalt's going to see this hatch and think, oh, he went pool first. Oh, the drone!
Yeah. Oh, the block! No way! I guess he just delays for as long as possible, but yeah, there's still a spawning pool building, and that is not done.
Well, now he knows that definitely something's going on. How much damage can the Zealot get done? A Zealot and a probe. Look at the micro. It's just great.
Are you kidding me?
These drone pulls constantly. That's a lot of minerals lost. The Zealot is still half health, and a drone going down. A 2nd drone going down. This is already crippling damage for trutaCz. And another Zealot just streaming across the map. Remember, this is forward gate with 3 hatch before pool. Another drone.
No. 3 drones. Okay, he he loses 3 drones, but this last Zealot, okay, you gotta glitch it out. But there are starting to be some links coming out. That's 4 drones, and I mean, maybe you slingshot back after this with crazy drone production out of your 2 hatcheries, but I think even Dewalt knows, wait a second, this is a very vulnerable Zerg player.
Yeah, I don't think Dewalt's gonna let up the pressure. Protoss current meta is sure, maybe you relax for a couple minutes, but you're already back out on the map at 7-8 minutes. These two zealots have already done crippling damage. He can't even use really all the larvae across all of his hatcheries. So good economic damage done so far. trutaCz is going to clean up, but behind this, Dewalt's already got his Nexus going. He's got a cannon set up. He's safe. He's got 2 more zealots that he's going to be sending across the map. And look at the vision of trutaCz. It's non-existent, so these zealots can move out of vision. And now trutaCz has no idea where they are. They don't even necessarily have to move across the map, but trutaCz has to worry about them. There they go. They moved out and turned back around. Exactly what he should be doing.
And this forces trutaCz to play defensively. He did bring them back underneath the Overlord. I don't know about that. I would have kept them in Mystery Land. But this is kind of a scary moment for trutaCz, because he's like, wait a second. I mean, I can see what he's sending my way, but you're not really worried about, maybe you lose a few too many drones, but it's the second attack, right? Once you have a bunch of zealots coming out across the map. That won't happen for a while, but this is still a little bit vulnerable. And oh no, he's getting a cannon in from the high ground. Yeah,
so he's going to shut down half the mineral line. I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be, because he's still going to have access to the right side. He's still going to have the gas. And what's trutaCz doing behind this? He's got a fast Hydra Den coming up. He's going speed, so this is going to be a 3-hatch Hydra bust. But Dewalt, remember, he's taken no damage. These cannons that he's going to build on the high ground may come back to punish him, because that could have been money spent to delay or to deal with this frontal attack incoming from trutaCz.
Well, you say it's a 3-hatch Hydra bust, right? But, all the production from one-third of those hatcheries is landlocked. They can't bust out unless they get through these 2 eggs, which, by the way, are guarded by cannons. So that might be a little bit difficult. I've definitely never seen a 3-hatch Hydra bust like this one before. And so, once again, we don't know who picked this map, but if it was trutaCz, this is truly a very interesting map choice.
Yeah, and I forgot that you can bust through the back, so the Hydras don't even necessarily have to go through the front, so these cannons may actually be the saving grace for Dewalt. Meanwhile, he's done an attack at the front. Zealots trading for the Lings. Unknowing to him, these Zealots are most likely very, very important for him. He can't afford to lose them. Dewalt, he's building a gateway at the mid-third base. What is this? He still has no idea about the incoming Hydra bust.
Yeah, so he's gonna know right now when he sees that Hydra moving out, or he should see that it has speed. And here come the Hydras. They're gonna try to snipe down this cannon. There's actually only 1 cannon from Dewalt on the high ground. Oh no, he's gonna lose that cannon. He's gonna lose both pylons, and he's gonna have to worry about recannoning the back of his base.
And there's a lot of Hydras. There's 4 with more Lings coming, more Hydras in the back. And Dewalt doesn't have a wall. There's no cannon in the back of his base. He has literally nothing. He's spamming cannons at the front of his base, but there's 0 defense in the main.
No.
Are we just is Dewalt gonna lose his entire main? I think he is.
There's 6 cannons building at the front. He should actually maybe even cancel a couple of those, because, oh no, he actually can't, okay, so the gateway, I didn't actually see that gateway built, but that's definitely gonna die. He needs to build cannons and more cannons. All right, one of the lurker eggs is actually about to die here. And look at how many Hydras there are here. Nyokin, I don't know, this is some big brain tactics from trutaCz.
Yeah, this is so close. trutaCz is trying to get through. The cannon is actually going to get up because these eggs are so strong, buying so much time, but it's only 2 cannons. Now, trutaCz doesn't have vision. He's not sure exactly how many cannons they are. This may keep him back, but he could definitely bust through if, well, I don't know. That is the small choke. He would get bottled up pretty easily just like that.
Yeah. He's going to try to glitch out the Hydras as they come through, but he doesn't actually do that great a job with it. These cannons are going to die, but he built a second ring of cannons in his main by the gateways. Now, I don't know if those are going to be quite as effective, but, there's a second round of defense here. Those 6 at the front, though, are totally useless.
Oh my gosh, these Hydras, I hope they just sit over the high ground of the expansion. He would range the assimilator while also ranging the natural, but he's going to go for the kill, going directly on the cannons. There's only 6 Hydras, but there's only 1 cannon left.
Wait, this is actually way closer than I expected. And the Hydras that are grouping out at the front, keep in mind, all the reinforcing Hydras are going to come through the front, but this is so cool. He's got a DT out.
Yeah, DT already wiped the naturals, wiping the main now. trutaCz has no idea because remember, this is a DT. It doesn't ping the minimap. He's losing his entire drone line.
He ran the Overlord too far away. The DT actually now is cloaked again, and he can stop the reinforcing Hydras. Now the Overlord's back. Now the DTs, though, should still have a be very useful, and yet he lost his entire drone line. Every drone on the map is dead except for the ones at that hidden third.
Yeah, he's not even building drones at this point. He was just spamming Hydras out. So this could be trutaCz's one and only attack. The DT is trying to save the main. There's a lot of Hydras here. There's only one cannon. The DT remains strong. Probes are trying to deal with them, but they're not going to be able to kill it. Dewalt is spamming DTs nonstop. These Hydras at the front, he may need to turn them around and go back into the main because really there's not a lot of defense there.
Yeah, honestly, I think you go back home, you reboot. This third base that I talk about being protected, it's going to lose every single drone again. At this point, trutaCz has like single-digit drones. Yeah, let's count his drones. He has 2 drones right now. That's it.
Yeah, he's making 5 drones, 2 at his natural, 3 at his main. That DT had 17 drone kills.
Hold position DT. Okay, I thought it was hold. Yeah, he's going to hold position the DT there and then finally run it away once the Overlord comes. This is so crazy. I had no idea what to expect from this game, but it's already delivering.
I love how the supply is even, but trutaCz has 7 drones.
Okay, it's the fist of trutaCz. She's just like, all I need is army supply. Why would I need anything else? Okay, well, finally the Hydras do bust in. There's an Overlord here, and unless that goes down, DTs are not going to save Dewalt here. So I think trutaCz might finally have really found the answer of how to break Dewalt's main.
Yeah, so the main's going to go down. This is where all of the tech is for Dewalt. His Templar Archive is going to go down. There's no Storm out. Now what does Dewalt do? And these Hydras, remember, just like what Dewalt was doing with the cannons bottom middle, Hydras there, and he won't be able to shoot up. He's not going to have any vision. The Hydras can just stand there, shoot the probes, and this is blockchain. We were talking about it in the beginning. You can kill the eggs to get to other bases. So Dewalt, really, if he tries to take mid-left, trutaCz can go over there and kill it.
This is just immaculate. I think finally trutaCz has actually won the game. Like we talked about how he had 2 drones. Doesn't matter how many drones he has. He just has the high ground. That's all you need. How is he getting vision for this cannon to shoot the high ground? Oh, I guess okay. The return fire. This is just really weird. I did not expect for that one cannon to push the Hydras off. Nyokin, but the mining continues. Yeah. Uh-oh.
The DTs are back. There's nothing here. There's no Overlord. This natural hatch is going to go down. Oh, he's going to go into the main. He's going to go for the throat. I mean, he needs to because he's back down on one base and he can't really build anything. There's no surface area. He's trying to take mid-left DTs. Are they going to get cleaned up? That's a huge loss for Dewalt because now trutaCz doesn't really have to worry about anything coming at him. Oh, that one DT does live.
I mean, Dewalt doesn't have a whole lot of micro out here, right? He's got a base that's pretty self-contained. He's starting up another natural, or I guess you can call this third base at the 9 o'clock location. And then he's going to kill the assimilators and landlock this base. Or at least make it so that he can't get the units out of that base to defend.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should be able to finish doing that, right? Yeah, he's just going to lose the DT.
Well, I mean, he may have felt stuck anyways. He just started, just doing anything.
I guess. Yeah.
It buys time, right? Because he's trying to get up mid-left, and if mid-left doesn't get up, Dewalt's going to be on one base. trutaCz literally doesn't have to do anything except build probably lurkers and just sit, because Dewalt will eventually mine out. So I don't mind it. He's trying to get mid-left. He's already got a cannon set up, and or a pylon set up. If he can get cannons, he'll be back on 2 base. trutaCz Econ, I'm surprised he hasn't been droning harder. It feels like he's just now restarted drones. But he's in a great spot.
Yeah, so trutaCz is on, let's see, 8. Okay, yeah, he has a bunch in his main. Never mind. All right, so he's got a decent economy, and I don't say that for 14 minutes into the game, but it's okay. And actually, Dewalt is not bad either with this next base coming up. He's going to transfer all of his, or most of his probes down there. And should be okay as far as econ goes. He's also got High Templar out and Storm about halfway done, but I don't know if you want to race a Zerg player on who can get their econ back faster.
So trutaCz's lair is the finish. I would love if he gets lurkers and goes and takes Dewalt's main. Don't let him have that base. Seems that trutaCz may try and take top right though, but I would love it if he took the main, put lurker on the high ground. Has a little bit longer range than the Hydras, and that would shut down the natural pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think
there
shutting
is
down
the
this
spire.
natural is really important. Wait, there's no Overlord with these Hydras in the front, so the DT can just push them away. Okay, well, that's not how you shut down the natural. But yeah, lurker on the high ground, like that's just pretty classic. I think he's gonna try to go mutas here. Mutas and drop. Okay, I mean the drop will shut down the 9 o'clock base, and the mutas should be able to shut down the natural. So I keep thinking to myself, I can't give away that Dewalt wins this game.
Yeah, I'm also not seeing it. trutaCz has recovered amazingly. He's taking top right. He's got his Spire coming in, and the Spire is going to be phenomenal. There's no Stargate anymore. He doesn't have to worry about Sares. That means the mutas can just fly in and snipe Templars, and even if they don't snipe the Templar's going to have to blow storms, and we see him upgrading drops. So that's going to allow the Hydra drop to be even better. So everything is looking perfect for trutaCz. The one thing Dewalt does have going for him is he has several Templars. He's got a lot of gas still, so he can spam out a ton. But other than that, this looks like trutaCz has the game in the bag.
I will say that Dewalt was able to cancel the attempt at a 4th hatchery by trutaCz in the upper right. I sent a DT up there and actually used the hatchery building. And now he's chasing the drone around with a DT. But, I mean, that's a little bit of a bonus. And Dewalt is getting up the tech he needs. He's got 5 High Templar with basically full energy. So, I mean, that's not bad. The problem is, oh no, we're getting Maelstrom. I love it.
I don't know what triggered this from Dewalt, because he doesn't have vision of trutaCz at all. What would make you think that Zerg's going mutas when he knows that you have 10 cannons at your natural, right? But somehow Dewalt has sniffed it out, and it's going to be a great play, because there's 11 minutes at the natural building up.
This is actually just incredible. I've never seen a game like this. Honestly, you know, blockchain just keeps delivering. It's definitely a weird map. I don't think that, you know, it's going to be the best map of all time, but it delivers games like this, so I can't argue. But let's think about that. Here come the mutas, and this is really going to change the way that the game works. There's only 2 cannons at Dewalt's 9 o'clock base as well. I think it just rolls over and dies, and so does Dewalt with it.
Yeah, here come those mutas. 2 cannons, definitely not enough, and this is a DA and Templar. They're slow units, going to take a while to get over here.
And the mutas aren't clumped, so even though he does have Maelstrom, he's not going to be able to use it to kill all of these mutas. Also, if they are over the probes, you don't want to storm them then either. And oh no, so many probes going down. Here comes the Maelstrom though. Oh my god, they are clumped now. Oh, the mutas are all clumped. Ah! Oh my god, are we going to see the Maelstrom? Okay, he's staying away from the Dark Archon, and rightfully so.
Oh, that was a very close split from trutaCz. He just barely split free off. There's a great Maelstrom, but they're not that stacked. Oh my gosh, the storm perfect hits them all.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a second storm to finish everything off. That's actually insane. He just killed off maybe, I don't know, 9, 10 mutas with a Maelstrom and 2 storms. That's pretty impressive. You don't see that all the time, but at the same time, like, you know, he still lost all of his probes at that base.
Yeah, also Rapid, you didn't see it, but there was a Hydra on the high ground of the natural, had 11 probe kills.
Oh,
so
no.
Dewalt really, look at this probe saturation at his natural. He has like 18 probes. He can't even saturate mid-left anymore because he just lost half of them.
Well,
and
here
trutaCz
comes
is
the
just
right.
running away with it.
He's running away with it, but he's also coming back with it. Snipes the High Templar at the natural, which did have energy. Snipes another High Templar, and now he's just going to kill everything here with his control group of mutas. Even the Archon. Oh, that's going to hit off, but in the end, it's not going to be enough. This is going to do it. A valiant effort here by Dewalt to play really creatively, but the trutaCz, man, I think he's got it.
Well, you're seeing why you build Sairs versus Mutas because this Archon is a great counter to Mutas, but it's only a great counter if you can actually hit it. And he's gonna get the Nexus. There's no counterplay.
Ooh, as our wonderfully articulate chat member says, miren como le penetra, which is look at how it penetrates. I think those Mutas are pretty penetrating right now, or at least I would consider it that if I were Dewalt. So now he's trying to retake his main. Nyoken, I don't know if this is gonna...
Yeah, and Dewalt's in desperation move. You can tell he's just sending Zealots across the map, but trutaCz already ready with lurkers. And the Mutas have come back. Those were pretty good storms.
They were pretty good storms. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to kill everything here. Gets to the High Templars, going to kill all the Zealots here, and... Oh, I like how he's splitting his Mutas because he's worried there's another Dark Archon out there. Or also Storms, but, you know, maybe there's another Dark Archon. No, there's not. Oh, yeah, there is! Wait, where's that Dark Archon? Oh, it's in the natural, or it's in the above the natural, near the additional tech. He's got another one.
Yeah, so Dewalt's trying to take his main now, but trutaCz's econ is just ballistic, and now Dewalt, this is just so pitiful. Look at his probe transfer.
Aww. It's like 5 probes.
Probes at 20.
Uh-oh. Yes, hello? Nyoken, please respond. Earth to Nyoken. Major Tom to Nyoken control.
Yes, I'm here, but I'm lagging.
Right.
Am I back? I'm back!
Yeah, you're back. You're back. Sick. All right. Well, just in time for the Doom drop in the main. Actually, if he storms and Maelstroms... Oh, no. He Maelstroms this. Oh, he doesn't have enough energy. Never mind. I mean, this is still actually being held perfectly. What? What? I'm so confused here. Did Dewalt just take no damage from a Doom drop after having not a single thing in his army? Is he gonna kill 1 million Overlords with these Archons? Oh my god. There's 10 kills on one Archon, 7 kills on the other. I don't even know what we're witnessing right now.
I mean, he killed exactly what Dewalt needs to get back in the game. He needs that to happen like 4 times.
I mean, the supplies were, let's see, there's 45 supply difference, and now we're back down to within 30. Like, I mean, one step at a time. I mean, he is playing Protoss.
Sorry, I'm still lagging. But we have another drop coming in from trutaCz. I mean, there's no observer here, so if he can get the lurkers down, there's going to be no counter.
Miss him. Oh! Gets it! And it does unburrow the lurkers, so you don't need, well, not visually, but theoretically. So he kills all of the lurkers that he can, but then still has to run away. The Dark Archon's going to die to the Mutas, I think. Actually, these Archon shots are, man, these Archons are MVPs. Guys, I don't know how to cast without Nyoken. Okay, I think he's are you back? Huh?
I don't know. trutaCz is coming in with these lurkers. The Mutas are dealing or buying time. They're also getting storms from Dewalt, and every storm that's not on the lurker just allows him to push closer and closer and closer. He can just get even one lurker in range of that nest. Slowly but take it down.
Okay, so I think what Nyoken meant to say there is that if he can get one lurker within range of the Nexus, it will be slowly taken down. Now, I'm not an expert Nyoken translator, but I think that's what's going on there. I'm not mistaken.
We have the robotics finally up for Dewalt. Still no observer just yet, but if he can get the observer out, I mean, he may be able to save this base, but he'll still be back down on one base. You see a probe at mid left. He needs this base, but Mutas are going to deny it.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, Dewalt's just going to get starved out. Also, you know, now that he's back on one base, all these cannons that he has at the front, he's going to have to rebuild, 10 cannons in his main. That's all lost resources that could have been gates, could have been units to re-stabilize and take mid left. So this attack from trutaCz, it may not be the killing blow, but maybe the next 2 or 3, that's got to be the end for Dewalt.
I'm so surprised that trutaCz hasn't taken like every base on the map, like just full Sauron Zerg. Like there's no way that Dewalt's gonna ever come fight you. Also, Dewalt, I mean, he's hanging on, right? But he is, as the Bon Jovi song goes, living on a prayer. So we really have to kind of give it to Dewalt for having mined out his entire natural expansion. There it goes. The last little mineral patch is out of there.
So here comes another strong attack from trutaCz. There's a lot of storms. It's going to be hard to control all those Templars. And I love how trutaCz has spread every single lurker. He's definitely making sure that...
Oh, all the High Templar dying from those lurker shots. Not all of them, but basically all of them. Because, oh man, can you imagine how broken PvZ would be if it only took one storm to kill a lurker? Like, I'm watching Dewalt here, and if he actually just could kill a lurker with one storm, like, it wouldn't be terrible. That's a decent maelstrom, I guess, but it doesn't really hit the units he needs, and there's even more overlords dropping in behind it.
Yep, so this has got to be it. We've just got too much Zerg. He's constantly dropping. He doesn't even necessarily have to drop it. I think he's forgotten that he can send units through the bottom half of the map.
Well, you can also just hit the front. Like, there's no way that 120 versus 50 supply Zerg can't break 4 cannons, okay? Like, you can actually just hit the front of the base. It's okay.
Yeah, and well, there's the killing blow unit at the natural.
Okay.
Defiler is out. Mutas are coming to mid-left again. I actually think that Dewalt's going to hold mid-left this time, even though there's only one cannon in Archon. It's going to be hard for trutaCz to pay attention to the mutas while also paying attention to the lurkers.
This is why we keep Nyokin here. He's an eternal optimist. I'm just pessimistic, and I think everybody's going to die and the game's going to be terrible. He's like, no, everything's great. Dewalt can live for another hour. I'm like, ah. No, but I feel where you're coming from. This is actually so impressive to watch Dewalt hold this because, okay, right as I say that, he GG's. But you're right. He did kind of hold that attack, and he probably would have held maybe another one. He had a third base up there, but it was just way too far behind. So, ooh, wow, GG. Man, that is convincing win there for trutaCz. But I would say also nobody is ever going to play a game like that ever again.
Yeah, so we don't know who picked the map again, but for me, it looked pretty obvious that trutaCz picked the map because going 3 hatch before pool, that's crazy talk.
Well, he also lost like 4 drones to start the game. That's crazy.
Rapid, he was down